Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. Today is the semi-annual background design release. So I release my background designs in sets twice a year. I do it in towards the end of April and I do it towards the end of October. And we do have a new set today, so I'm excited about that, and I know you guys are excited about that. So what are my background designs? They are the backgrounds that I put onto my templates. So this is one of the pages from the Timeless set of templates, and this is the Scripty Check version. All right, so when you buy a set of templates, you get a plain with no background in it, and you get a set of templates that have the background. Why do I do that? Well, two reasons. One, it saves you a step. So instead of printing off your background paper and then printing again over top of it your page, it saves you a step, and it also saves you ink. So if you printed this background page, if it's a whole page, then you'll have prints right there. So I wanted to show you why I do put the background designs on the templates. And it's the same print. It's going to be hard to see this one because it's so busy and there's no white, but this isn't part of the template. I mean, yes, you can use some of these bits, but you kind of waste most of it. You know what I mean? Depending on what page you are printing out. So that's why I put them on the templates. And that's also why I don't offer just the plain alone, because the plain actually comes free with the set of templates that you choose the background on. Whichever set of template backgrounds you pick, whichever background design you pick for your templates, the plain set comes free and the guidebook comes free. So you also, not an actual book, but you have to print it to make a book, but you get a whole set of set of templates that have how to use them and what to use them and where it goes and blah, 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 printed onto the template. So I wanted to kind of explain and explain if you're new and remind you if you've been here a long time and you forgot. So that is what my background designs are. Now I have 8 sets already, and today we're introducing the 9th set. So when I print off my background designs, like here's background design set number 1, for example, I have 2 printers. So this is a swatch book. This is what the swatch book looks like. This is available in my Etsy shop, and here will be a video if you want to check out how to make the swatch book. I'll stick a video right there. But I have 2 printers and they print differently. So this one is an inkjet and this one is a laser. And some of them it doesn't really matter, like the ledger, it doesn't really matter. But with the coffee stain, you can tell this one is definitely more yellowish. You can tell the difference in the green on the collage. The note paper, this one has definitely got a little bit more red-ish tones. So anyway, so I make a swatch book and I print one from each and cut it down and put it in my swatch book. So that's set number 1, set number 2, let's see, set number 3, set number 4, set number 5, set number 6. Set number 6 is always available because it's black and white, and I think it's a fun addition to your projects. I haven't used them in a little bit, but I need to. So these are always available, but for now they're going to be in the section where all the other background designs are in, and that'll all be linked below. So we've got that. So that's one book. You can only fit so much into here, right? And then here is the second one. So this one has the set of Scripty papers in it, which are printable, also available in my shop. Set of Scripty papers, and then it's got background number 7, background number 8, and background number 9. Okay, so let me show you background number 9. We're going to have the vintage script. I don't know, can you see the difference? This is my laser and this is my inkjet. My laser inkjet, see how it's a little bit more warm and vintagey my laser is versus my inkjet. Same with the butterfly, the flutter, I'm sorry. See how it's a little bit more warm? So it depends. If you have more than one printer, this way you can decide what looks best with whatever paper collection you're using. And then the faded floral, and that's what's in the new set. So let me set those books aside. And this. So let me show you the sets up close. I think I'll bring you down because my camera is having a hard time like wanting to focus on things when they're too far away. All right, set number 1, there is 6 different background designs, and I'll have the section linked down below so that you can check them all out, and it'll show you in the listing, it'll show you every background that's included in that set. But there's set number 1. Set number 2 has 3, 4, 5, 7. Set number 3 has 6. Set number 4, these were all my original background designs. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are all my original background designs, and I love them so much. I'm thinking about leaving this one up all the time as well. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. Like with the set number 6, maybe I'll leave that one up too. I don't know. Set number 5 has 6 background designs. Number 6 has 8. So there's 8 different black and white versions of the backgrounds. This one's available all the time. Set number 7 has 6 background designs on there. And then set number 8 has 4. And set number 9 has, whoops, I'm sorry you guys. I don't know, this page is not supposed to be there. There we go. Set number 9 has 4. So these were just recently released when I released the timeless set of templates. These were new, and actually with the timeless set of templates, you get whichever background design you choose. So if you choose the faded floral, you also get the vintage script for free. So plus the plain, plus the guide. So that's something new I did this time, only because I love this so much and I've used it in another printable. So I wanted to just give it to you guys for free in the template, but I love having it as part of the set as well. So set number 9 is 4 background designs. Okay, so let me scoot you out a little bit. Actually, I might have to, I don't want to go too far. So there's 3 different PDFs. One of the PDFs is 8.5 by 11 or A4, depending on what you're printing on, what your printer size is. So if it's got a direction, it'll have a portrait version and a landscape version. So depending on what you're doing and what you're needing it for, you can print it in the appropriate orientation. So there is an 8.5 by 11 PDF that has both portrait and landscape. There's the portrait of the scripty check. There's the landscape of the scripty check. Portrait of the vintage script. Landscape of the vintage script. Portrait of the faded floral. And landscape of the faded floral. So there's 3 separate PDFs. There's 8.5 by 11 PDF. There's a 12 by 12 PDF. So if you have the ability to print onto larger papers, then you get a 12 by 12. Now my printer doesn't print to the edge, so I have an actual space, like a free edge, I guess. What's it called? A white border. So some people's don't, but mine do. And so you get a whole PDF with the 12 by 12. So there's the flutter. There is the scripty check, vintage script, and the faded floral. And the reason I did this, that way it keeps all of the images the same size. So if you're using a template that already has this on there, then you can print this and it's still going to be the same size image. It's not going to be spread out or shrunk in any way. Okay, and then the last PDF is the 13 by 19. I'm going to have to scoot you guys out again. Oh, it's only going to go so far. Okay, 13 by 19. So if you can print in large format, the 13 by 19 is actually a 12 by 12 and two 6 by 6s. So it's a little bit larger than a 12 by 12 so that you can cut it to 12 by 12 and it will be a full page. And these are a little bit larger than 6 by 6 and it will cut it, you can cut it to 6 by 6 with no edges. So this is fun because you get 3 of the same image, except this is smaller scale. So depending on your project, right? So there's the flutter, there's the scripty check, there's the vintage script, and there's the faded floral. All right, so some other things you can do. Let's say you don't have the ability to print large format pages. Like my printer, I'll have it linked down below even though it's not available anymore, but you can see exactly what it is, and that way you can kind of compare. But I do enjoy my printer very much, and the ink lasts forever. It's one of those refillable ink situations, and so it's super nice. So you can, this is the 12 by 12 PDF printed onto 6 by 6 paper. So you just have to go into your printer settings and tell it to print 6 by 6 format, and then you cut whatever paper down. Or if you're printing directly onto some pattern paper like the backside, let's say the backside is white, you can rip it out, send it through your printer, and print this on the back. So it's small scale. The 12 by 12 does shrink down, so you get a smaller image, which is nice. So you can print a 6 by 6. You can print the 12 by 12 on 6 by 6 paper. You can print the 12 by 12 onto 8 by 8 paper. Same thing applies. You can either cut white cardstock down, or if you have 8 by 8 paper pad that's just a soft color, or it's white on the back. Just make sure you're telling your printer you're printing onto 8 by 8 paper, and you're good to go. So this is a little bit smaller than the normal size, so it's kind of appropriate sizing for the project. If you're using an 8 by 8 paper pad, then this is a good size, so you can do that. I then also printed the 12 by 12 onto 8.5 by 11, and so I unclick fit to page, so it shrinks it down, and this actually ends up being like a little over 8.25 by 8.25, which is nice. It's a nice size. So if you don't want to do the 8 by 8, you can just print this, and then you can print it or cut it down to 8 by 8. So you can print that onto the regular cardstock. I even printed the 13 by 19 onto 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You just unclick fit to page and you get 3 images. Let's see, this one's a little over 7 by 7, and these two are about 3.5 by 3.5 roundabouts. So yeah, you can use all 3 PDFs even if you don't have a large format, wide format printer. You can use all the images because it's fun to have. I mean, look at the size of that print, right? It's so small. It's definitely scaled down, so it depends on what you are doing, you know. So then there's that option. So if you do have the ability to print on large format paper, this is the 8.5 by 11 landscape printed onto 11 by 17 paper, so it's definitely big. Like compared to the 12 by 12, the butterfly, it's definitely a much larger scale, but that's also kind of cool, right? So it depends on your project. So that was printed onto 11 by 17. So this 17, that was a very twangy. And then this one is the 13 by 19 printed onto the 11 by 17. Unclick fit to page, and this ends up being about 10 by 10, and these two end up being about 5 by 5, a little over 10 by 10, a little over 5 by 5. So yeah, so you have options. You can print on whatever you can print on, which is awesome. These background design sets will be up at least 2 weeks from the day that this goes public, which should be October 23rd. I almost said 19. October 23rd, 2024. So they'll be up at least 2 weeks, and a lot of times I leave them up there longer, but I can't guarantee that that will happen. But yeah, so all 9 sets will be up in the Etsy shop for at least 2 weeks. So I'm pretty excited about it. You guys were pretty excited about it, and if you missed the last release, which was in April, and you didn't get your set number 8, because these 2 are the newest. These have been around a little bit. These 2 are the newest. These 2, 8 and 9 are the newest. So I'm super excited about the background design release. Make sure that you go check out the Etsy shop. They won't sell out if they aren't there, and it's during that 2-week time. Let me know, because if it does sell out the amount that I tell it to be on there, you know, let's say I pick 500 listings. If 500 get sold, it'll say it's sold out. Or it won't be there anymore. I'm not sure. But if I don't know that that happened, then I wouldn't be able to redo it, like put it back up. They're never going to be sold out. So if it's not there, let me know. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.